Hey guys, Tyrup here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Emily Fields. Playing for today's spawning in the north. We've got Kobal playing as Brits. And his loadout is Commander. Oh, locking into special weapons here. Facing offensive in the south, we have AceHiro playing as OKW. Straight away going for Overwatch. Always a solid option against Brits. Got those Jaeger lights. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah, interesting to see some special weapons. Does have the tank hunter sections. I've seen my video recently that I tried out some strategies with this. Just to see how Kobal works. So this is on the new patch, by the way. I don't know if that changed anything about this commander specifically, though. But yeah, in terms of rankings, Kobal rank 4 is Brits at the moment. AceHiro around rank 50 as OKW. Okay, Universal Carrier coming in for Kobal. And then straight into the Platoon Command after that. Should lead to some fast Vickers K action, I would imagine.
The Platoon Command post is finished and ready
Making
for
the
use.
heavy cover there, now backing behind it. Here comes UC. AceHiro will know that this is coming. I heard it busting through all the fences and stuff on the way across. And there we go, Vickers K pops coming over to the other side of cover. Should blast through the squad very, very quickly now. Looks like AceHiro maybe going to try stall, complete the capture, and then retreat. Is, you know, at risk of getting wiped here. Did have the option of moving this squad in, complete their decap instead, and then retreating with this one earlier. And yeah, there we go, white for Kobal. So AceHiro trying to push us like a little bit with the capture. Ends up paying a steep price. And okay, AceHiro trying to put down tech at this stage. Interesting choice. Seems like he's pretty stuck in his build order in ways. I would say, you know, if you're up against the Universal Carrier like this, get the Raketten. It's so annoying to deal with. Can bleed you so hard if you don't have a source of anti-tank. Not talking about Fausts, but it seems like AceHiro determined to go for the early Jaeger light. But yeah, Brits, you know, the sections aren't that scary for Fox Reindeers until they get the bolster, so don't feel like you have to get the Jaeger lights to deal with them straight away like this. The more immediate threat in this case is the Universal Carrier, in my opinion. And I do think it's worth getting a anti-tank gun to fight against it. You know, sometimes as OKW against maybe the M3A1, you might not want to get a Raketten. Sometimes you can just bully that down with small arms, but not really the case with the Universal Carrier. It can fight pretty well from long range. There's better armor on the front. So yeah, that's my opinions on AceHiro's strategy so far. But yeah, I can't really blame him too much for that. But you have to respect the Universal Carrier, man. That thing is a weapon. Very, very good. Anti-tank gun out now for Kobal, just in case. Doesn't know what he's up against. Doesn't want to get caught off guard if a looks pops out. That being said, you know, with my own builds, I have been going for a delayed anti-tank gun against OKW most of the time, because basically nobody's going for mechanized these days. And yeah, so getting caught off guard by the flak after it doesn't really matter too much. Can't just like chase down and wipe squads, can't chase down and kill the UC, so you might concede some territory, but it's not too impactful overall. Well, there goes the section. Jägerlights end up pushing them out. Pretty good territory control at the moment for Kobal. And yeah, not making use of the tank hunter sections either from this commander. It's a very, very different build to the one I was going for. But I'll be curious to see if he does go for the resupply half-track. Pretty close to that now. Kobal might have heard this through the fog. Decides to pull back with the UC. The anti-tank gun locked and loaded over here. Wire off on the heavy cover there. Do remember that sandbags did get changed this patch. They have really high target size, so they are very easy to kill with an anti-tank gun just attacking them. Whereas they used to be quite difficult. Very difficult, in fact, I would say. Especially at long ranges. You see with a bit of a drive-by. Not ideal. The Sturmpires can do a lot of damage to it. Especially if they get onto the rear armor. At close range, so... maybe not ideal circumstances here for Kobal fighting against heavy cover trench, or garrison cover trench, trench cover trench. Oh, the Shrek! Oh, the Shrek pop from AceHiro. Cheeky move, catches Kobal off guard. And there goes the universal carrier. That's a huge pickup. Really cheeky stuff. I was actually playing OKW yesterday and I had a very similar move. Knocked out the light vehicle where my Shrek popped. Something you have to respect. Track coming down this way. Do have the pyrotechnics on this section, so long range sight on them. And the flak half track's going to have to be on its toes, backing away now. Oh, well, you can't shoot through that. Might have been better to like wait a second longer, try and thread the needle through this gap here. I'm going to catch it back here, which AceHiro was backing towards. Could have come like back here and then down from here. It had no chance of a scatter shot ever hitting him, but not too bad overall. Okay, now a Vickers from Kobal. Interesting choice. Double Vickers, you don't see that too often. There's Brits, and didn't get any real buffs. And generally, I'm not a really big fan of Vickers, especially against Jägerlights. You know, they have such good line of sight, they can see exactly where they are and just avoid them very easily. Especially double Jägerlights now in the case of AceHiro. Just going to have plenty of sight to help dodge those machine guns.
Prepare for combat.
Early retreat there from Kobal, not taking any chances. Is Vet 1 on those sections, so they got that Vet 1 sight bonus and cover. No, I don't think he actually saw that. I mean, that was right on the flank. Half-track's max range. I just heard it coming. Didn't decide to go for medics either, to go for 2 sections with the heal. So at the moment, a couple of squads waiting back here on low. And fast Cromwell coming out from Kobal, so not taking any detours, no weapon racks, no bolster, no AEC. Straight in with the Cromwell. Very, very fast timing on this. Did have pretty good control before the flak half track arrived, before the universal carrier died. Has been slowly losing territory since then. Is in an awkward position here at the moment. Squad inside the building. You don't see this building used too often, but in this case, pretty successful. Like after it coming forwards, but a bit reckless. He does have the Jägerlights in the building. Could very easily see where that anti-tank gun is. AceHiro going to have to be careful. He does have an anti-tank. I think we saw a mine or two go down maybe. As well. But yeah, this Cromwell going to be looking for some kills. Here it comes. Very clumped up on light cover. That is very dangerous. This is quite massively though. Oh, and he's just going straight after the Flacky. No, now decides against it, going after the Raketen. Raketen should retreat. He's going to try to fight it out. Oh, and he's spinning around now. Kobal backing away. Bit of crush action. There go the Shreks. Oh. Raketen's so low. But the section can't quite get the kill. Maybe if he chased forwards. Like half-track was coming back in to save the day. But yeah, risky play there from AceHiro. I know that the Cromwell doesn't have the best main gun on it when it comes to getting whites, but you do have to respect it. Didn't pop the squad out of the trench and look for the Faust either. That could have been another method to try and run defense there for AceHiro. Okay, and Kobal not going for the resupply half-track at all. Going for regular old weapon racks, getting the Brens out now. But yeah, very, very different build to the one that I was going for with this commander. For Kobal so far, it hasn't used anything from this commander. A little bit curious why he locked into it immediately. That's down now for AceHiro, covering the cutoff. Have to be careful though, putting it down on the front lines against Brits. You know, this commander, not that he's aware of what commander Kobal has gone for since he hasn't used anything from it yet. But this commander, the bombing strike is pretty effective against flak bases. Especially if you combo it up with maybe some base howitzer fire from the section or even a couple hits. Bolster out now for Kobal as well. AceHiro not too far away from his own tank. Nice Raketen positioning here, shutting down the Cromwell. And AceHiro just stalling it out. Going for a second Raketen now, okay. Might delay the Panzer IV in terms of manpower, but will make Kobal's life very difficult with this Cromwell. Oh, getting on the run now. Still have the Shrek squad there. It's coming across. Kobal looking for the D crew. Max accuracy. Looked like that might have been an attack ground attempt. Doesn't end up working out. And the stern post. Oh man, that squad looks like they almost got wiped by the ISG there. It's a little bit risky. Would the Cromwell have died to one more Shrek squad shot? Probably wouldn't have come off though. This Empire was suppressed. Increases the reload massively when that happens. But yeah, we do have an ISG out from AceHiro. Something I haven't seen too much of lately. T-gun in position. Can't really attack ground past that wall there, so pretty safe with the flak half track. This is so well suited to the Jaegerites. They're so good at these cover-to-cover fights. That's what makes them so powerful against Brits. Oh boy, and they're going for the Bren now as well. That is really bad news for Kobal. Section's coming back, the one that dropped it, but it's too late. AceHiro manages to secure it.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Moves across to the heavy cover, but still on this 2v1. Incendiary grenade out. Looks like he wants to complete the capture here, but he's kind of dropping miles too quickly. Maybe should have just cut his losses. Here comes the Cromwell though. Double Raketans on this side now. This could be trouble.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
Miss though, that's very good news for Kobal. Otherwise he would have taken a Faust here, probably got snared, would have been at risk of going down. Trying to milk this for a little bit more damage, hiding behind the shot blocker, looking for a couple more hits. And the Cromwell's been on the field for quite a long time now, but still only 6 kills. Hasn't been a particularly impressive performer. AceHiro with the double Raketans right next to each other. Kobal looking to punish, get some support. He has picked up a second anti-tank gun himself now. Double machine guns, double anti-tank guns for Kobal. So, you know, the machine guns did get a pop cap increase, but Kobal's still going for 2 of each.
We're losing a capture point.
Panzer IV coming out now for AceHiro, so yeah, was a little bit late in terms of manpower. Could have started this about a minute ago with the fuel income he's had. Kobal, meanwhile, is not... Okay, starting tick on that now. Going for hammer. I do think it's a fine choice to go for Anvil if you're planning to get out the Churchill. And, especially if you want to make use of Pyrotechnics section with the airburst shells, it can be a pretty strong option. But if you're planning to get the Comets, well, a regular Churchill probably. Oh, there's some trouble over there. Probably I feel like the Comet's just generally slightly better, at least for 1v1. Extra speed, the phosphorus, very powerful tools. And Kobal running quite light on repairs at the moment, only one Royal Engineer. No crew repairs in this commander either.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Trouble. Not sure how he had sight of that there. Oh, Jaegerlight through the center. Jaegerlight was with that long range vision, man. They're so powerful because of that. See how strong it is. Getting free damage there on the Cromwell because of them. Kobal kind of backed into a bit of a corner here. He's losing a lot of engagements to the Jaegerlights. Having trouble with his Cromwell, not really performing that well.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
So yeah, he's in trouble. And AceHiro does have a pretty good late game, you know. Sector Assault, even though it's quite expensive these days. Very, very powerful. I feel like we haven't seen the Vickers be particularly good for Kobal so far this match either. I'm a little bit surprised he decided to go for double Vickers. Trying to knock out the trench now. And turned against him. Been's doing some nasty work. Oh, AceHiro a little bit late on the retreat. They do get home safe. Section's out of cover at the moment. Trying to get back into cover. Back half track still a factor, but we do have those double anti-tank guns running around, so could die in the blink of an eye. Delays the incendiary grenade here. think I'd definitely throw it in this scenario. Easy retreat on the infantry section if he did. But instead, the Cromwell coming out. He's got the war speed. He's coming in for the crush. And AceHiro retreats.
They're trying to take it.
Another reason why Hammer is good. Extra speed boost does make those crushing maneuvers a lot more effective. It's going to be the choice for AceHiro next. He's got a lot of munitions floating. Easiest choice is, of course, just spam Sector Assault in the late game. Man, bad luck there for Kobal, bouncing all his hits. Only gets one through. So far, the anti-tank gun positioning, though, for Kobal, I would say, hasn't been excellent.
And indirect fire is ready to hit the target
Okay,
location.
AceHiro's kit positioning has been the stronger overall. Now AceHiro making a bit of a play. He's got the planes unlocked. Going to get something going. Cromwell is low. He's dropping the planes in. Don't know if the Cromwell was spotted, and remember the planes do have an increased delay now. This match. So it looks like no damage at all onto the Cromwell from them.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
And that ends up being a bit of a waste of munitions for AceHiro. You can see Kobal's starting to have some issues, you know, not having medics back here, just with the two sections to heal up. He's quite dependent on support weapons as well. So quite often he's coming into these fights with, you know, something not terribly healthy. Got a base inspection there from AceHiro, looking to try his luck.
A capture point is being overrun.
Kobal hasn't really planted many mines here. He's only got the one Royal Engineer squad. So most of that time has been spent repairing things.
Our supply line's broken.
Hasn't really had too much time to mine.
The Churchill Crocodile is ready.
Here comes the Croc now for Kobal. It's his time to fight back. He's popped the flares up as well, so it's a bit of a giveaway for AceHiro. He now knows what's coming. And the Crocodile is a good tool. The good news for Kobal is that neither of the Rakitans is Vet 2 yet, so they don't have that rate of fire bonus. And that makes a big difference. It means the Churchill can kind of just charge in head on and knock them out very, very quickly without too much risk. Though we do have a Panther coming in now for AceHiro. He's quite slow getting out that first Panzer IV, but the Panther came out really quickly to follow that up. Oh man, I thought the game sound bugged out there for some reason. My sound cut out. That was weird. MG34 out for Kobal. For AceHiro. Locking Kobal out of the center. DP's very tight between the two. Kobal with that strong start, but AceHiro has been dominant over the last few minutes. Coming forwards. Popping the war speed here. Oh, that was a risky one. He came forwards for the Faust. A lot of damage coming in. Cromwell coming in from the side. Flak half track getting low. What's the Cromwell doing though? This is very risky. The Panther arrives at a very, very bad timing for Kobal. Double anti-tank gun spinning around. I think he's got them on attack move. Oh, we got the planes coming down. I mean, the bombs coming down. Panther circling. Croc stops though. Down it goes. Bombs did a decent amount of damage, but no kills, I don't think. Maybe... Oh, no, no. I mean, the stern pies are dead. So that's good news, at least. That's going to slow down repairs a lot for AceHiro. But yeah, Kobal, a little bit unfortunate. I don't think he knew about the Panther, otherwise he probably wouldn't have got that aggressive there. And ends up losing both of his tanks. Now he's in a really bad spot. There was an opportunity maybe to just like come forwards, go for another shot on the flak half track, then back out to Kobal. But he committed and yeah, it did not go well for him because of that. But yeah, as I said, the repairs are what's keeping Kobal in this one. Could leave the Panther on the front lines. Maybe try stop this cap. Still healthy enough that it probably won't go down to double anti-tank unless Kobal sets up some kind of crazy maneuver. Be relatively safe. Panzer IV though I wouldn't be using until it gets repaired up in this scenario. And this is again where the Jagerlights come in handy, can spot long range, allow the infantry support gun and machine guns to take full advantage of their range. Kobal jumping in and out of the trench, trying to avoid taking damage. It's working out pretty well for him. The trenches are very powerful. Jagerlights though with that Bren very, very strong. Now smoking out the cap. The light cover there as well for those Jagerlights. Section out in the open. Kobal does hold on to a decent amount of territory. For how long though? Trying to cap in the centre. Machine gun's still there. Machine gun though locks out this. Neutralised. And the points haven't ticked too far either way over the last maybe 7 or so minutes. It's been a lot of neutral VP sectors. Stern pie's finally up for the AceHiro now though, so can repair up his tanks, get something going again. Certainly he would have dominated if that hadn't been the case. And Kobal making a very risky call, I would say, going for a sniper up against already highly vetted double Jagerlights. He's going to have to be really on point with his control if he wants that to work out. I think I'd probably be going for a mortar pit, maybe even like... No, you're up against one ISG already, but that's not too threatening to a mortar pit generally. It's like plop it back here or something, I don't know. Maybe even like over here. Covering this VP and probably can range this one as well. Probably be alright. Trap on that point. Mines coming down for Kobal. Good option. You know, if you're up against Panthers, mine's going to be your number one defense, especially if you're playing with just one well engineer, don't have many snaring squads around. Kind of need to make up for that by having some mines down. Before coming out to the far side. Oh, MG goes down. That's the anti-tank gun. Quick on the blitz though. Hit 2 on the AT gun though, that's good news for Kobal. Okay, repairing up the flak half track. I was wondering where that was. So sniper does buy some territory through the centre for Kobal, but as I said, he's going to have to be very, very careful with this. A lot of craters down now in the center, so many places for those Jagerlights to hide and go for those ambushes. Going to have to be really on point with that sniper control. And Kobal switching off, not going to go for the crocodile again, going to go for the comet. Which is understandable. Can fight back a bit better against the panther generally. We're dodging in and out of the trench again. Got some micro to burn. Piets on the Royal Engineers now. I think that's a good choice. Another good option to help counter the Panther if it wants to go in for those diving maneuvers. The Piets really punish those. But yeah, Kobal's got a long road to climb his way back in. AceHiro at 100 of 100 now. Starting to build up his bank of resources. As the plane's locked and loaded. It's a very tough position for Kobal to be in. Oh, no suppression on that mine, a little bit unlucky. Sending grenade, machine gun in some trouble. Here comes the comet though. Oh, and that's a nice start. He wipes out the Fox Grenadiers. Getting a good hit on the Jaegerlights as well. There goes the trench. The double anti-tank guns here. Here come the Raketans now. A little bit further back from AceHiro. A little bit slow getting into position. AT guns, one shot through the armor. Okay, and there we go. AceHiro dropping in the planes. So we're going to have to concede quite a lot of territory here. Oh, that's a nasty shot from the P4. And now the Panther diving in. The sniper in an awkward position for Kobal. Could go down here. They're maybe going to look for the decrew on this anti-tank gun. He's going for the sniper. Here come the Royal Engineers though. They could get the snare off. Big damage. The T-gun sets up. Full-on base inspection. Can the Comet survive? Oh, it doesn't bounce any hits. A little bit unlucky. Blitzing out. Wow. Close call. Just had to bounce one more hit and that Comet would have survived. Maybe even could have killed the Panzer IV there as well. But no. And yeah, that was painful. Looks like one squad of infantry sections down for Kobal. Does keep the sniper alive. So that's something. But yeah, losing the Comet again, that's a really bad time for that to be happening. At least he did take down the Panther. But as I said, AceHiro was at full pop cap, was starting to float resources, so he can rebuild into that a lot more quickly. Kobal managing to get the neutralizer in the center though.
Orders complete. Crew stand ready.
Yeah, he has been doing a pretty good job, Kobal, I'd say overall, like constantly relieving the VP pressure. So far, you know, apart from maybe a sniper being at risk from the Panther a little bit, he's been on point with the sniper positioning. Here comes the P4 though. Take gun in a nice position, bouncing its first shot though. And the second, wow. AceHiro running really good on the bounces. Sniper coming into the center. Sweeping some mines on the flank, nicely done. Oh, and that's a big shot from the P4. MG in some trouble now. He's going to look for the wipe on that. Tank gun's not in the best position. Oh! Jaegerlight sprinting in, looking for the sniper kill, but Kobal gets away with it. Let's see, rapid maneuvers on the 6-pounder, looking for that to get away. extremely low. He's going to get decrewed. We have the second anti-tank gun there though. Oh, instant decrew as he tries to pick it up. And that's what I was talking about, not having the medics back here. Kind of having to use the Tommy healing starting to bite Kobal in the late game. Something that, yeah, I generally actually do quite enjoy trying to get those medics out sometimes in these scenarios, just to reduce your micro burden in the late game. Don't have to worry about constantly activating medkits on your sections and squads coming out onto the battlefield on low, or whether you want to leave a squad back here to heal things up or go for territory control instead. So, you know, sometimes even though strictly, if your micro is perfect, you might not need the medics. Sometimes it's just a good idea so you can focus on the fighting on the battlefield instead. Because it's still there, available if Kobal wants to pick it up. Oh boy. Sniper nearly goes down. Where's this anti-tank gun going for Kobal? Looks like he's in a bit of disarray at the moment. Before gonna go for the sniper kill. Sniper does have the critical shot available. Looks like these anti-tank guns can't quite get in range. Oh, but P4 takes down the sniper too quickly. Can he get out alive now? Oh, bounce again, Kobal. Having no luck with his anti-tank guns. Gets decrewed by the machine gun as well. AceHiro on a heater here. Running really, really hot. Does have the engineers there. Could come in for the snare, get the P4 kill, potentially. But he's had enough. He's going to throw in the towel. So yeah, pretty competitive game. AceHiro showing the strength of Jaeger Lights, I think, in this game against Brits. They're just so powerful. Just sniping off those models in cover-to-cover fights. Have the Sector Assault just for that late game, easy mode, territory control tool, and potentially a lot of damage as well. Kobal crumbling. Kobal, yeah, just like a little bit unlucky. The Panther arrived just as he decided to make an aggressive play like that. And that aggressive play was a little bit ill-considered. Also, I feel like Kobal ran pretty poorly on his anti-tank guns in terms of penetration. And yeah, things could have gone wrong for AceHiro in the base with the dive. The Comet just bounced one more shot. Could have been a complete role reversal there. Comet could have been alive. AceHiro potentially could have lost both of his tanks. Because remember, if, you know, Comet landed one more shot on the Panzer IV, and this anti-tank gun had penetrated instead of bounced, and that would have been a completely different game. But that's COH2 sometimes, you know. The RNG goes one way or the other, and some scenarios can massively change, especially those like super aggressive maneuvers. But yeah, a little bit curious why Kobal went for this commander specifically. Did use concentrated fire operation once, which was okay, you know, wiped out the stern posts, caused some damage, but didn't make use of anything in the early game. And maybe Vanguard would be the safer choice if you're looking for another Crocodile commander. Interesting though. Anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.